Today's video is brought to you by G2A.com and the Pack Market. Use discount code JarradHD on both sites for a discount. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to the third episode of Season 1 of the Everton Career Mode series. Thank you guys so much for the awesome support you have been showing. So much love to the start of this series. I am absolutely loving producing this series. I hope that reflects in the content. Been putting a lot of time and effort into this series. It has really refueled my drive to make FIFA videos, so that definitely is a positive. In today's episode, we have some big games. We will be taking on two huge teams in the Barclays Premier League, Spurs and Chelsea, and also have our opening Capital One Cup game against Nottingham Forest. We will also be wrapping up the transfer window, a couple more signings to make, which I am very excited to present to you guys. But without further ado, let's get into today's press conference. Thank you guys so much for the awesome questions once again. You guys keep producing the goods with the questions. We're going to answer 4 more questions, and the first one comes from Jimmy Sykes. He says, Bezic is a club talent and was voted most hard-working player by the players in real life. Would you do something controversial and drop him even though he is heavily loved by the fans and players? Simply, no. I'm not going to be dropping Bezic. I'm still going to be giving him plenty of game time. There is players higher in the pecking order, but I'm definitely going to be including Bezic a lot this season. He has showed very good signs to start off this season, and I hope he can continue. Simor D asks the second question. He says, will you be looking to fill the squad with more experience or youth over the season? And it's going to be a bit of a mix. I don't want to buy let's just say I bought 5 players. I don't want all 5 players to be 19, 18 year olds that are 70 overall that could be 85 overall. I don't enjoy that. I want it to be an even mix. I want to get some, let's just say we're 4 seasons deep into the series and we have a lot of money to spend. I'm going to go for maybe 1 or 2 youth players that could really pick up over the seasons. I'll go for 1 or 2 experienced players, and then 1 or 2 world-class talents. That's kind of how I tend to really build my squads. If I need a rotational player, I tend to pick up someone that has potential just so that I can develop them, and eventually, once our current starting players start to either get transferred or go old and have to retire, then those players that were once rotational players now are able to take over. Gabriel Wood says, would you sell Lukaku if a good bid comes through? No. No way am I selling Lukaku. He has been a very good player for us to start the season. He's one of my favourite players in real life, and I feel like even though there is strong possibilities of him leaving Everton, unfortunately, in real life, I want to keep him for at least 3 seasons. Sell him on maybe when he's worth a shit ton, and then recycle over and get another world-class striker. But at the moment, I have no plans of selling Big Romelu. And the final question comes from Victor Edwards, who says, throughout the series, are you going to try and give the team more of an English vibe? And also, will you bring back club legend Mikel Arteta? Firstly, on Mikel Arteta, I have no intentions of bringing him back. Same thing, a lot of you guys asked about Tim Cahill. I'm not going to be bringing back any of those club legends. Although it would be nice to have them back, I don't want to taint their legacy with the club. I don't want them to come back, be absolute flops, and just waste the rest of their career. I think it's more about focusing on the future rather than dwelling on the past. And with trying to give the team more of an English vibe, I don't have that on the radar. It's a nice idea, but really, when I'm signing players, I'm not thinking about what nationality they are. I'm thinking how they can best help the team. So there's no real need to go for English players as a main priority. I just want the best team on the path that can get us results. So thank you guys once again for the fantastic questions. If you have questions for the next press conference, make sure that you drop them in the comment section down below. I will pick out the best ones and answer them. But let's not waste much more time. That is the end of the pre-game stuff. Let's get into the gameplay. So as we jump into the gameplay here, we will start off with a little bit of training. Going to be training a certain amount of players, like a select group of players. The ones that have potential are going to be trained. Every time I will be training Karius, but looking at the squad before I recorded, I feel like we need to bring in a new young left midfielder. I did scout one or two, and the first one we're going to go in here for is Kekuta Mane, one of the MLS's rising talents, got drafted by the Vancouver Whitecaps, hoping to bring him to Goodison Park. Also going to go in for Rolando Aarons from Newcastle United, an English left midfielder. Newcastle want £1.8 million there for Aarons, and that's a little bit too much. I'm going to say 1.4 million, but as we progress on, we see that the Whitecaps accept 1.2 million for Kekuta Mane. We will go into contract negotiations with him, sporadic first team player, 4 years, £10,000. We see here that Newcastle do decline the offer, so that means we're going to accept Kekuta Mane, our first signing for today's episode. Welcome to Everton, Kekuta Mane. The first matchup in today's episode is at home. It is our opening Capital One Cup game for the season, for the series as well. We have Nottingham Forest travelling to Goodison Park to take us on. And as you can see from our lineup here, it is a little bit rotational. Tim Howard making his first start for the season. Kekuta Mane also getting a debut. Hopefully he can impress on his debut. There is the Nottingham Forest lineup. Very easy to see that they are having a good crack at this tournament, one of their stronger possible sides. They get the first opportunity here. Lansbury back to Cohen, but the American hero, Tim Howard, pulling off an impressive double save, keeping this one deadlocked at 0-0. And a very, very boring first half as well. We move into the second half. Oliveira, 1-on-1 with Howard, and we are really, really lucky not to be trailing in this game. Nilson Oliveira, the Portuguese striker, blasting that one wide, and I am very, very happy to still be at 0-0. We need to make the most of our opportunities now. Dowell into the box, hitting that one at an angle. What a freaking goal there from the English youngster Dowell, proving why he deserves more game time and why he is a potential talent for the future. As we move on, however, it is the 74th minute. Oliveira once again on the ball for Nottingham Forest, looking to equalise for them. They're running sideways across the edge of the box. He's got a lot of space, goes to Lansbury, and he almost scores a replica goal to the one that Dowell just scored. Fortunately, he does not. But as we push on in the 85th minute, we get an open opportunity. Lennon making the tackle. Doofus scores the goal. And we are now 2-0 up in this Capital One Cup game against Nottingham Forest. Looks like we're going to be progressing into the next round of the tournament, which I am very happy to see. A very nice 2-0 victory there. Great way to start the episode off, and a great debut there from freaking Mane. It is now time to award the points towards the Howard Kendall medal. After that win against Nottingham Forest, the 2-0 victory, we have decided to award 3 points to the man on debut, Mane, 2 points to Aaron Lennon, and 1 point to Dowell. So as we get back into the gameplay, we do get a transfer offer here for Romelu Lukaku. One of you guys did ask in the press conference about selling him. Barcelona come in saying 23.5, but I'm sticking to my guns. No way is big Romelu Lukaku leaving the club at any stage soon. We do have another training session here, pretty poor one there, but as we push on, we are nearing the transfer deadline day. Stanek, we did get a transfer offer in for him, £275,000. I am going to counter offer £500,000 because he is a little bit of deadwood, but you still don't want to, like, he's valued at $450,000. $275,000 offer is just very, very poor from that Dutch side. But anyways, we move into the second matchup in today's episode. A big game here. We are traveling to White Hart Lane, taking on Spurs. Going to be a tough game, but we're going to have to see what this side is really made of. As you can see, a few substitutions in there, a few new faces making their first debuts for the season. Funes Mori getting an opportunity as well. But Spurs, they have a shot early on. Harry Kane hitting that one straight at Karius. And then Barkley threading a lovely ball there to Lukaku, 27 minutes into it. Big Romelu with the roulette, bit of space, hits that one, but what a save from Michel Vorm. Unlucky there to not score a wonder goal there, Romelu Lukaku, and passages of play like that really prove why I do not want to sell him. A failed freaking clearance, pass back to the goalkeeper from Jagielka, almost sees us concede, but a fantastic save once again from Karius. And then into the second half we go. Tom Cleverley having a dig from long range, Michel Vorm up to it, however. We're looking for a go-ahead goal, and we hit them on the counter-attack here. We've got some decent numbers. Kevin Morales, he's going to pass that one back infield to Tom Cleverley. Goes again. Good save from Michel Vorm. Looking back on it, I probably should have passed it out wide again to Gerard Deulofeu. But anyways, we get another opportunity. Funes Mori, his header unfortunately goes over the crossbar. And unfortunately, well, fortunately, I guess, a pretty good result there, actually. A 0-0 draw away at White Hart Lane. After the draw against Spurs, we have decided to award 3 points to Gerard Deulofeu, 2 points to Funes Mori, and 1 point to Leighton Baines. We are on transfer deadline day now, lads, and we do get a transfer offer. We see that Dutch side aren't going to pay £500,000 for Stanek, but we do get an interesting transfer offer here for Oumar Niasse, a striker that I am looking to ship on. I feel like if we can sell him for £9 million, then we'll be able to bring in maybe 1 or 2 very good replacements, bring in some youngsters that can grow up over time that you guys did suggest. Spurs say 7 million. I counter offer it. They say 7 million again. Looking at it, I just decided that it was probably the best course option that we accepted. Get the money whilst we have some time to spend it on transfer deadline day. Southampton come in for another player that I'm looking to ship on. Steven Pienaar. Looking to sell him because we now have 4 left mids if you include Pienaar. We have Mane, Osman, Pienaar, and Morales. So if we sell Pienaar, I am happy to do that. 2 strikers that we are going to go in for now, Mbaye Niang, and we're also going to go in for Moussa Dembele and Ahmed Musa. Thank you to all the people that left comments telling me to sign these players in the last video. I think B-Monus Gamer was one of them, and another fella told me to sign Ahmed Musa and Moussa Dembele. Anyways, lads, we don't really have enough money to go in for Ahmed Musa. He's probably a little bit on the horizon, but you do see there, Oumar Niasse is going to be leaving the club. Sorry if you like him, but I feel like it was best for the club if we ship him on. Southampton come back saying £2.9 million for Steven Pienaar. I decided to counter offer 3.1. It's a little bit stupid that I'm only going £200,000, but you know what? I want every single cent I can get for him. Milan want £5 million for Mbaye Niang, and now that we have the cash after selling Niasse, I thought that was the best case option to go in. £5 million for Niang. I'm pretty stoked about that. That's not too much money at all. We do the same thing as you would have just seen with Moussa Dembele as well, saying 1.7 million. The final offer I'm going to give to Ahmed Musa and CSKA Moscow is 6.5 million. Not too keen on him because we have Kone in there as well. As you would have guessed, Fulham accept our transfer offer. Pretty cheap for Moussa Dembele, to be fair. He's a player that in real life, I am a Fulham fan if you didn't know, but in real life he has been strongly linked with the sides like Manchester United and Spurs. But anyways, we are going to go into contract negotiations with Mbaye Niang as well. And you can see here that Southampton, they are going to be going ahead and going into contract negotiations for Steven Pienaar. Not too worried about that. We do get another transfer offer though for Stanek, which I'm going to accept. £500,000 from MK Dons. And good news, fellas, Steven Pienaar has been sold to Southampton. Moussa Dembele and Mbaye Niang accept our contracts. Welcome to Everton, Moussa Dembele. What a freaking signing, lads. Cheap as well.
Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't let a lie running for my life. I will always want you.
At the same time, we are going to accept Mbanyang as well, another fantastic striker signing. Welcome to Everton, Mbanyang.
We're like a polo. I'm another polo job. I'm another yo-yo. Alarms go off when I enter the building. Go off when I enter the building.
So some fantastic business being done here on transfer deadline day. A pretty busy deadline day as we sell another player. Stanik is moving to MK Dons. Not too worried about that because we've got a pretty strong goalkeeper lineup, to be fair. We have Karius as our main goalkeeper, Tim Howard as our backup goalkeeper, and Joel Robles as our third string keeper. That is goddamn strong if you ask me. Anyways, lads, for the final matchup in today's episode, we are back at home, welcoming another challenging opponent to Goodison Park. We are welcoming last season's champions, this season's floppers, Chelsea. Although, saying that, Everton have been a bit of a flop in real life this season. Anyways, Chelsea are going to be a tough opponent. Here is our lineup. Very strong side. Probably our strongest possible side. Chelsea rocking a strong lineup as well. Thibaut Courtois in goal. Eden Hazard, Oscar, Diego Costa, John Obi Mikel. It's going to be a real challenge. But we surprisingly get the first opportunity. Ross Barkley intercepting it. Going to Romelu Lukaku, who goes to James McCarthy. Back to Lukaku, who goes past the defenders. He's cutting through. He hits that one. And what a goal there. Romelu Lukaku scoring an absolute bullet of a goal against his former club in Chelsea. What a great way to kick off this game. Was not expecting that as well. Really proves why I am such a big fan of Lukaku in this game, but we have to be alert here. Chelsea, they are attacking Oscar, playing that one outside to Willian. They've got numbers, they cross it in. Good save there. Unfortunately, Seamus Coleman cannot get rid of it, and Chelsea equalise this game half an hour into it. Not happy about that at all, but we get an opportunity straight from the kickoff. JarradHD, great ball, Lukaku hits it first time. He is only denied after an amazing save there from Thibaut Courtois. Really should be 2-1. Very gutted about that. Hopefully it doesn't cost us in the long run. But Gareth Barry to Lukaku. He goes to Deulofeu. We get another opportunity. Back to Lukaku. It gets blocked. Lukaku belts it off the left foot. Cahill clears it. An absolute shambles in the box. Not quite sure why Mikel is going to be passing that one back to the keeper when there's so many people. But Gareth Barry, we get another opportunity. What a miss from Gareth Barry. The English midfielder really should have given us the lead heading into half-time. Unfortunately, though, it is still a 1-1 scoreline. And Cesar Azpilicueta across the face of goals. Diego Costa to Oscar. And are you kidding me? We are absolutely dominating this game. But Chelsea, with their second opportunity, score their second goal. So frustrating. We deserve to be leading this game, not trailing. McCarthy denied a great save from Courtois, and Azpilicueta puts it out. And late on in the game, we are looking for an opening. Cleverly to McCarthy, tackled. Lukaku back to Cleverly, hits that one. Courtois makes the save, and unfortunately, we blow the points here. We lose 2-1 to Chelsea in a game that we should have won. Not good. And after the loss against Chelsea, we have decided to award 3 points to Ross Barkley, 2 points to Romelu Lukaku, and 1 point to Gareth Barry. Fellas, we are going to wrap up today's episode of the Everton Career Mode series here. Hopefully you did enjoy the episode. I thought it was quite an entertaining episode. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pick up all the points that were on offer. But there is definitely promising signs, so once we learn to take the most of our opportunities, then this team will be deadly. But if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure that you leave a like on the video. If we could smash over 120 likes, that would make my day. Also make sure that you do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Check out my social media links listed down below, the Twitter and Instagram. Both of those will be linked down below as I just said. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you are having a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. I'm out. Peace.